Tom Segura.
Does
Like,
heroin for the
yeah,
first
like
time.
right, something like that, or I can't believe that happened, or something like that.
You heard it
I
here
It's
can't
funny.
believe
first.
it's not heroin. It was just
That would be hilarious. I can't believe it's not heroin.
something else.
I have people skills.
Okay, but you're helping me with this.
Excuse me.
Oops. Oh, it was just a nightmare.
Is Cody recording Audacity?
I
Crap.
hope so.
This
Always
is
something.
Help Desk Nightmares.
Got him.
This
Got 'em.
podcast takes a look at the interactions help desk and
Always
support
something.
techs have on a regular basis and the nightmares we encounter.
On a regular basis.
Something is definitely wrong with my audio
Oh, why is that?
because it's not just a flat line when there's no audio. It's going like this.
Ooh, it's getting feedback or something. Mine looks a little bit overdriven, but
Is your fan on, Cody?
fix it in post. You have too much room noise.
Doogly doogly doo. I don't have any room noise today.
Oh.
I intentionally turned everything off.
Oh, and that's why you said it's cold in there.
It's very chilly.
Maybe it's your emotional support stuffed animal
I'm
Could
stepping
be.
on its face right now, so
Oh,
screaming silently.
that's how we do it in this house. We kill things.
so I have really bad issues with my neck and shoulders and upper back. Yesterday, I got a head, neck, shoulder massage, and it helped
That's
for the day after
Very
work.
specific.
Yeah, I don't like. I'd gone to a place and gotten a full body massage, but it didn't help. The lady didn't. It wasn't like firm enough, so it didn't really do anything. It was like, okay, I just spent an hour, and that didn't like help any of my situation. So I went to a different place, and this place was like, you can do just head, neck, shoulder, and it's half an hour. You can do an hour, I guess, if you want, but it was better because it was like you write down on a piece of on the form that they give you, and it's like, how firm do you want it to be? And did like almost all the way super firm. So it was much better, but it's still like it's not fixed, but it's better. It was
Do
like
you think it's muscular or
yeah, hopefully. It's been
Yeah.
like this since I can remember. Sometimes I can't like I'll get to a point where I can't move my head side to side, but right now it's just like a headache, a real bad headache, like all the way I can
Ooh.
feel it across the top of my head to my eye, and it's been like that for 2 weeks.
Are you taking medication, or are you just trying to deal with it?
Nah, I'm not taking medication. Nothing really helps.
How about herbal
haven't-
medication?
How about this? CBD.
That's what I was gonna
Oh,
ask.
I haven't
It's
tried
really
that.
good. When I have back problems, and I actually have shoulder problems as well, I have to go see a doctor about it. But whenever I have this stuff, I put it on my lower back. It's instant. It doesn't last all day, but it's definitely a few hours of I can get up and walk around. I don't have to. I'm not like a 90-year-old man groaning every time I bend over to pull my socks up or something.
What is it called?
Well, there's lots of different kinds. This CBD oil, it's I could put a link in the Skype thing if you want.
Put a link,
or
brought to
in
you
the-
by CBD oil. Help test
Brought to you
nightmares.
by I'll find it.
The Family Video
What?
in Berkeley
1990?
has CBD products.
Oh,
hmm
the family video in 1995.
No, it's a normal Family Video, but they were going to go out of business. So instead of going out of business, they started selling marijuana products.
Oh Jesus!
Oop.
Yeah, a friend of mine just his longtime job was he possibly coming to an end soon, and one of the things he was looking into was becoming a CBD product salesperson.
Huh? Is he a Chilean coal miner?
He is. Yes. No.
Mhm.
That'd be hilarious. No, he's not. He lives in Delaware, and he's one of the guys. Whenever I have like a guy's weekend or whatever, he's one of the guys I always hang out with. But yeah, this stuff I tell you, it's pretty amazing. There's a lot of stuff. Any kind of cream like I don't even know what they call it. Pain relief creams that have CBD in it. The higher the quantity of CBD, the better. But I've recommended to a couple of friends. They've already tried it. Sore shoulders, or you go for a run, your calves hurt or whatever. You just rub it on there, and it works instantly. It's pretty cool within seconds. It's amazing.
I'm gonna Google it and look at all sorts of things.
Yeah, I'm trying
Good
to.
business to be in.
I think so right now. Yeah.
Ooh.
Trying to
Yeah,
get-
if you can find the right hookup. Well, I know we don't have the greatest relationship with China right now. I know of someone that
They-
buys from China, and they spend about $3. They buy it in wholesale, the little vape cartridges
Mhm.
filled with THC product,
Oh,
and
from
they
China.
pay about $3 a pop. And those vape cartridges here go for about $30 to $60 a pop, depending on who you're selling it to.
$3.
Yep.
Wow.
Got him.
Who knows if it's actually THC? It could be literally heroin.
Yeah.
It could be crack rocks inside a little package for you.
Is he hooked on them? Because that would tell you.
I mean, a lot of people got sick from them in the
Mhm.
world, so maybe that's what they got sick from.
Oh, okay. I found the site. I'm gonna pop it into somewhere. Do.
So,
Cody,
Mark,
what did you do
this week other than be hurt?
Oh, I mean, I got a massage. That's the thing I wrote down. I didn't see any new movies.
What?
I was listening to, as I still haven't edited and uploaded the last episode that we did yet. I was listening to when you guys were talking, and I was moving around the TV monitor and the camera, and then you talked about movies, and I was like, I saw these movies, which were the same ones you had just talked about. That was fun. I might edit that to make me sound better.
That's funny.
Maybe I did see a movie. I saw Just Mercy. That's the Michael B. Jordan one where he's a lawyer, a Harvard lawyer, and he goes down to Alabama to help
saw the trailer.
death row inmates. Jamie Foxx too. He's a really good actor.
I like Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
He's weird on talk shows though. Like he comes across like really full of himself and all that. You know, I'm sure he's a cool guy, but that's just like his public persona, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's a good actor.
Biotech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Dave, what did you do?
Not a ton, but I did buy a couple of Raspberry Pis.
Ooh.
Just to play with?
Yeah.
And for those who can't see, they're actual pies.
Yeah.
They're
They're
actual
delicious.
pies, and I already ate one of them. Yeah, I'm gonna. I came across a video. I have an older Raspberry Pi, like a Model 1 or 2. I don't remember, and I played with it a little bit, but I never really went anywhere. And I was looking into doing stuff with it, and a lot of the cool stuff that I saw required like a 3 or a newer model, 3 or 4. So I bought a Pi 4 and a Pi 0W, which is a really little Raspberry Pi. The whole board is like this big. It's obviously doesn't have. It's pretty powerful, but it doesn't have all the ports and stuff that the other one has. But I'm going to use that one. I'm going to play with. I'm going to make it like a like an automated light thing for like maybe in the bedroom or something, or in my basement, have lights come on when you walk in the room. And the other one, I think I'm going to make it into like one of those retro gaming computers.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to get a little, I don't know, somehow a cabinet, or I'll make something look cool, and maybe I'll work on it with my kids or something like that. I thought it might be pretty cool to play with them. So cheap.
Yeah, you got some projects ahead of you.
Yeah. Very excited about those things.
I've always wanted one of those smart mirrors that people make using Raspberry Pis, where
I
it's
watched
just transparent. Yeah.
I watched a whole video on how the guy made it. It was I would never put that much work into that, but it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Just so that it can like tell you the temperature and stuff outside.
Yeah.
And
It was like the time, temperature, and a couple other things like on the left side of the mirror, like a little bit to the, down a little bit. Really cool as hell, I have to say.
I agree.
I was impressed with all the work he put into it.
Nice. Cody, what did you do this week?
I discovered this application, this mobile
Oh yeah,
application.
Cody was off of work for a week and a half, so he had a lot of free time to do stuff. I would send stuff on Discord that only, because Dave's not in there, that only only Cody and Austin could see, and I would like, you can swipe over on the mobile app and see who's online, and it would be like, Cody's playing this game, Austin's playing this game, and I was like, why is Austin playing games during the workday? But I know Cody's off work. What's Austin doing?
Yes, I played a lot of video games. I really didn't do much, but I discovered this app called TikTok, and I am so ashamed of myself. I had to remove it 3 days after downloading it. I actually removed it this morning because, boy, that app needs to die. That it's not toxic, but it is so like it is pedophilia central.
Oh,
Damn.
Jesus.
Like it is 60% half naked people, 20% people with disabilities, totally cool. But the problem is that the 60% half naked people, about 40% of them are under 16 and they will flaunt it. And they're like, hey, I'm 12 years old. Here's me in a thong. And I'm like, this
Ugh.
is disgusting. So I felt so awkward trying to scroll the good stuff. And I'm like, yep, there's a 10-year-old, there's a 12-year-old. Why are people doing this? So I deleted it. So I think that application, I'm now on board with it getting nuked. I don't know if it's a China application or what,
I
but
don't know.
boy, oh boy, don't let your kids on that. Seriously, it is rough.
Yeah, I don't think my kids use that at all. They did try when it was at the one before it, not Vine. What was
Yeah,
it?
it could be fine.
Well, there was one Musically turned into
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Yes, yep.
What was that one?
I
don't
don't
remember.
know, but I do recall Musically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard, the downside is the reason I discovered TikTok or downloaded is I overheard some friends while playing video games. They were watching TikToks on their phone. So now I understand they have TikToks on their phone because they're watching 12-year-olds that are naked. So it's
Oh.
like, do I still be friends with those people?
Or report them to the police.
Well, I'm pretty sure all of TikTok's user base needs to be reported to the police.
Yeah.
I'm surprised people aren't already all over it. Like, all it takes is one person to see their kid or their neighbor's kid on there,
Yeah.
and then the flags go up and it gets shut down.
But I think it's the fact that they can make so much money off of it. I can't imagine it's a lot, but each of those like really youngins,
Yeah.
they would have 700,000 likes on their little dance thing and stuff.
Oh my god.
It's so rough. But the fact is they're not, I mean, it's not child pornography. It's just like
yeah.
it's over
Inappropriate,
sexualization
yeah.
of
It allows them. Yeah, it allows them to be. Oof. Yeah, that's
holy
creepy.
moly. And then I found a lot of challenges that are affecting my wife because she's a school teacher and there's a lot of things like
My wife.
ask your teacher's first name and then record their reaction to you calling them by their first name. There's challenges
Oh.
about staying inside a store overnight. There's challenges about like recording your teacher's butts and stuff like that and posting it on there and be like, I tapped that. And I'm like, Lori, you gotta watch out for this stuff.
Wow.
Because as I discovered that, she had students asking her for her first name.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's like, this is bad. So yeah, I deleted it. If I see any children with it, I'm just gonna take their phone and smash it.
Jeez,
As
man.
well you should.
Sorry, that was I went a little I don't know.
I didn't realize
that
it
was
was that crazy.
Cody
Oh,
learned
it-
about
it's-
technology.
Yeah, I didn't even have to have a profile either. I just installed it and everything worked.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Oh,
There
there's
are-
not like a name, like a.
You don't. There's not even like a filtering system. I don't have to say that I'm 18 years old. It tries to do it based on your geographic location. So it showed me initially. It showed me a bunch of like Michigan things, and it was like a bunch of I don't want to be too mean. A bunch of rednecks in their trucks going, "Show me your yeet," or something like that. And then they
What the
rev their
hell?
trucks.
Wow.
This,
Yeah.
this segment of Help Desk Nightmares is called Cody's an Old Man.
I just oh my gosh. I'm
Brought
so
to you
frustrated.
by Death to TikTok.
I did it because YouTube, they changed their like promotional structure or something, and now all YouTube videos are 15 to 20 minutes long. I need like a 3-minute video so I can watch it while I'm using the restroom.
Brought to you by You Kids Get Off My Lawn.
Get off
Yes.
my lawn.
So sorry, I didn't mean to vent. but
We're all going all El Camino on them.
I'm so blown
You can
away
get
by the application.
1,500 milligrams of CBD in one of
Yes.
their creams. Like,
That's the-
Jesus.
Yeah, I told my friends about the 1,000, and they go, "Oh, it's 1,500 stronger." I said, "Sure," and they bought it, and they love it. Yeah, I had 2 friends that bought it, and they're like, "Geez, I didn't believe you." And I thought when I bought this, it was like expensive. It was like 80 or 90 bucks, and then it was like 50% off. And I'm like, "Oh, all right, I'll go for it." But I'm probably throwing my money away. It's not going to work. It's going to be like icy hot.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
not-
that stuff doesn't work for me.
It doesn't do anything. I mean, it just makes it feel like, I don't know, feels like that whatever menthol on there.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it was like my lower back, put some on my lower back, and I laid there for a few minutes, let it dry. It says it absorbs fast. You don't have to do anything. You don't need to massage it in. And then I got up. I'm like, oh damn, oh my God. I'm like, this is amazing. So I almost every day I put and it's tiny amount too. If you do try it, just whoop, on the finger and just spread it out wherever it's going to be.
Right in the bum.
Well,
You probably
That's
shouldn't put it there.
if
I didn't
that's
need
what
to-
hurts,
Yeah.
that's how
Oh,
I say
no, I was
go
gonna
for it.
ask, like, do you ever screw around with that stuff? And you're just like, I'm gonna put it on my elbow today, see if it feels cool, or I'm gonna put it on my left pinky to see if it feels cool. I'm gonna put it on my cheeks.
No, not yet.
It's pretty expensive to mess around with. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's lasted me quite a while though. I've had the same one for I don't know. I think bought it over the summer, and it's barely. It's I don't know if the light is right, but
Is
you
it
can.
edible?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
Let me see.
this episode, let's see. Dave eats some CBD lotion.
.com.
No,
Yep.
no, I'm just kidding. I don't think it says for external use only. Do not ingest. Okay. Non-edible, non-psychoactive. Discontinue if redness or irritation occurs. Keep out of eyes. So
Yeah.
don't rub it on your eyes if your eyes hurt.
I want to get some for my dog, not the stuff like the lotion, but I want to
Yeah.
get some like CBD oil
Yeah.
to calm the dog down while I'm cutting its
Do
nails.
make that for dogs. They make
Because-
CBD treats.
Yeah, because my dog is, I'm pretty sure, emotionally scarred because I had to wrap her in a blanket, and it just, ever since then she hasn't been the same. So if I drug her up pretty good,
Yeah.
and then I'll bring a treat over for Taco, and I won't tell you, and you'll just be like, "What's wrong with our dog?"
I just found a coupon for 60% off. So
Ooh, look at you!
look at
Once
that.
I bought something from them, I get emails like every other day for 60% off, 55% off, 60% off site wide. So
You're on a federal watch list. It's okay.
I'm about to renew. I also got the watermelon gummies that they sell. Also very good, delicious, and
Just make sure to put in referral code
yeah,
Dave.
yeah, right. Oh,
Yeah.
I should be a spokesperson for them.
You should if you got people buying it.
I do. It's good stuff. Totally cool.
Ready to brew.
Excellent.
Oh,
Oh, come on, Mark.
Ready to brew.
sound effect.
Okay, are we really ready to brew in this?
Yeah.
Ready to brew. Why not?
Gosh, you messed with me.
Got him.
Okay,
Ding,
Dave, are
ding.
you ready for your 3 questions?
Absolutely.
Here we go. What operating system officially lost included support as of today, January 14th, 2020?
Windows 7.
Look at you go. Number 2, what social media platform is testing out allowing users to access their messages online in contrast to previously only allowing their access in application?
That I don't know.
So social media platform.
Facebook.
Instagram. Close. Very close.
Bum,
Andrew,
bum,
last
bum.
question. What?
I don't have the Instagrams. Good.
Yeah, I don't understand the Instagrams. I've got it, but I don't understand it. Number 3, what domain purchasing website is updating its logo from its current 90s themed guy with squiggly hair to a current generation flat style?
GoDaddy.
Look at you go! Did you just know that he had his curly or like?
Yeah, I
squiggly
know what he
hair?
looks like.
Gotcha.
I recently got one of my little your domain status for the year emails, and his little face is
yeah.
Yeah, it is a really old logo. That was all 3, by the way.
very dated looking.
So we've got 3 for each of you, and then we have a bonus question. Mark,
Oh,
can
are you telling
reboot
me I should?
Ready to brew.
There you go. Mark, here's your first question. There are rumors,
Why are you speaking so slowly?
because I wasn't sure if I should try to compensate for speaking so quickly before.
Oh.
Okay, there are rumors that what gas-guzzling icon of the 2000s is coming back with an all-electric model.
Hummer.
Good job.
It's got to be.
Number 2. You okay there? You having a small seizure and hitting every button
Pushing
on
the
your
wrong
little keypad thing?
It's farther away
That's
than
not-
it normally is.
And number 2, what company has continued to reject Attorney General Barr's request to create a backdoor into its mobile devices?
iPhone. Apple.
I'm gonna give you half points.
So close.
It
yet
is
such
Apple,
a
though.
nerd.
Number 3, what huge tech developer just purchased a startup that will help it list physical stores products online?
Wait, what tech developer?
Yeah, like I mean, I wasn't sure what to refer to this company as. I can't if
What?
I have a guess as to who it would be, but
so
like,
what. So we'll just say what tech giant. How about that? What tech giant just purchased a startup that will help it list physical stores products online?
I think I know.
My
So
only
you-
guess is Amazon, but physical stores products is confusing.
It is Google.
Google.
Oh.
That was
Yeah.
my-
So
that was my
essentially,
guess.
yeah, like it'll show you
Oh,
when
like Google Express or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure they want to integrate it with Google Express, but the idea is that it helps keep track of inventory online, or rather, helps keep inventory of things in store, but displays all inventory numbers online, so you can see exactly how many. It's kind of like Home Depot, I feel, but it would be used.
They
for,
should hook up with the community college that I go to, where you cannot tell how many students are enrolled in the class, so you don't know until you show up whether the class is going.
Oh no! Did you have a class canceled?
No, I've never had that.
Okay, well, I've got one more question. So this is bonus question since each of you got 2 correct. At
Ready
this
to
year's
brew.
Consumer Electronics Show, Neon revealed scary, realistic, and somewhat confusing artificial what?
Boobs.
Close. Dave, you want to try to be less specific?
Artificial spouse,
Both of you are very
boyfriend,
close.
girlfriend.
Just humans. Artificial
Oh, weird.
humans.
That
How was boobs close?
Yeah, because it's just part of a human? I don't know. I mean, it could have been. You could have said artificial intelligence or artificial dogs, but you said boobs. That's very
I saw
human-esque.
I saw some weird stuff out of CES. There was a video, weird tech out of CES 2020. Did you guys watch any of the stuff?
No,
Yes.
I didn't.
Yep.
Did you see the condiment mover?
Yeah, it's
It's that little. It slides under the. If you spill ketchup on the table, you can just go and then pick it up and move it exactly as it was. I don't understand,
weird.
but
it's very, very odd.
strange.
I like how Cody likes to have the microphone in front of half of his face.
Yeah.
I can't see myself. I'm reading my questions. But, so in all seriousness,
Well, I'll do this. Hold on.
I don't know where to talk into it because every time I'm over your place,
In half seriousness.
if we're podcasting something, you turn to AJ and you're like, you've got to talk into the get closer.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if you're wearing headphones and you can't hear yourself as loud as everyone else, then that's how you know you're not close enough to the mic.
That's true, but I don't have.
Can you hear
side
yourself?
tone. I don't have side tone turned on this.
Oh, so you don't
So-
hear yourself at all.
Correct, and I do that intentionally because I despise hearing myself. So, I mean, I can turn side tone on, and that would probably resolve this issue. Let me see. You keep talking. I'll figure this
Well,
How
out.
would it
just-
resolve it?
Add new equalizer. Well, that didn't work.
It would resolve you
Side
hiding
tone. Here
your
we go.
face with the microphone.
Hold on. Side tone. On.
Side tone.
Nope.
Side
on.
tone.
Side tone. Brought to
Stop
you by
talking, people. Hold on, I'm trying to test the
sidetone.com.
side tone.
Side tone.
Side tone. Nope. Side tone's not working.
I don't know what that is.
I
You
don't
can't
know.
monitor
It's what
through
these
Audacity?
headsets- Side tones is like the voice feedback that you hear of yourself.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no! My
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
that was a
Break
close one. Oh,
His mic is
I had
falling
to-
down.
I had to tape my desk together to hold this mic stand in place, and the tape is coming undone. It did rip off all of the fake finish on my desk, which is pretty cool. Good thing no one's coming. Oh no! Stay.
Now you have to lower your chair and roll backwards. Oh, okay.
Cody has a hodgepodge set up.
You've got a hodge. You have a good setup, but it's still hodgepodge.
Except
okay,
for
Mark?
except for the webcam taped to the ceiling.
Yes. It's just chilling up there.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Listen, it's
Reddit
good.
Reddit user Dreams D351GN wrote this story.
Hello,
Let's see.
Dreams.
Don't I have something? Where's the thing? Maybe I don't have it on here anymore.
It's next to the other thing.
Fire! There's a fire!
That's it.
Dreams D351GN writes, worked for a large fruit-based name tech company for some time. Long story short, we had a model of laptop that had began overheating, melting, and even exploding in extreme cases. As people who worked in this particular sector of call center work would know, when an issue of safety comes up, the employees taking calls are given special instructions on how to quickly make sure the customer is okay, then immediately escalate the call to Tier 2. Got a call one day from a woman who says her computer is overheating. I immediately ask if she's okay and safe, and she assures me she's fine and there's no present danger. So I proceed to tell her I have to escalate the call. I just need a little info from the computer. I get the info, put her on hold, and call our Tier 2. After getting that agent's name, I patch the call together and begin to introduce the agent to the customer. I'm immediately interrupted by the customer yelling, "Hold on!" followed by some rustling. The Tier 2 agent pauses for a moment before saying, "Ma'am, are you okay?" More rustling, and then a whooshing sound in the background. Our headsets are pretty crappy, so it was hard to tell what was happening exactly. A few moments later, the woman comes back and says, "Sorry, I had to get the fire extinguisher."
Oh my god.
Agent immediately asks if we need to call the authorities. Woman proceeds to tell us, "No, I'm fine. The table was just on fire." Agent asks what caused it. Customer replies, the computer. It was smoking when I called in. That's why I called. Wanted to see if you could fix it over the phone. At this point, the Tier 2 kicked me from the call to take care of the customer.
Do you think they're going to get a new computer?
No,
They're just going to plug that one back and be like, I think it's cooled down.
they're going to tell her it's her fault.
Maybe user error.
You're holding
User
it wrong.
error.
She was holding the computer wrong. That's all
Yeah.
it was.
So
People
now
know Mark so well that anytime someone is explaining a technical issue to me at work and then Mark shows up, they'll just exclaim, "It's probably just me. It's probably user error."
They don't want to
Because
hear it.
they don't want to hear it from Mark. They know Mark's going to say it.
3/4 of the time it is user error.
Yeah, it is.
Fairness.
And that's a funny thing to say. Cody, how many things have you had catch on fire in the past year? Looking back on 2019.
For 2020, 0, Mark. Thanks
the
for
past year.
I personally won. But
Your garage
Then we
roof?
yeah, the
Was-
garage, and that was it.
The roof.
All it-
Yeah.
Okay, I have been having some issues. I prefer to light candles with matches, so we have these really long ones. But our candles are all so low that
They're
it
just-
takes a while to ignite them. And by the time I pull the matchstick out, it's half burnt and all on fire. And then I freak out. I blow it out inside the candle, blow out the candle, and then I have to restart the process again because I want the candle on. So I've had a lot of matchstick fires. When I was younger, I burned my facial hair off, all of it, because I was trying to be cool and I was learning how to blow fire. And then I put a little bit too much kerosene inside the bonfire and I tried to blow fire into it and it exploded in my face and all my eyebrows and my stash was gone.
All of your eyebrows?
Yeah.
How many
All
do you
of it.
have?
And my eyelashes. My eyelashes curled and melted together. It was rough.
Weird.
I said, ow, 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 and ran into the shower.
You had the peace of mind to do that at least.
I was a pretty cool kid. I was in nerd clubs.
You were in clubs?
Nerd clubs,
Oh.
Mark.
So close, yet such a nerd.
Oh.
Mark, were you in any clubs growing up?
I was in the Cool Kids Club.
Ooh, with Dave.
Yeah.
I played soccer. Is that a club?
That is. I think,
Sure.
right?
Not really. It's a team. Team
Well,
sports.
good for you, though. I can't play soccer
Oh, why not?
because I'm chunky.
Chunky people can play soccer.
You can be a goalie.
Yeah, there you go. You don't have to
Yeah.
barely move at all.
I played soccer, baseball, basketball, in league. Ooh, yeah. I wasn't really great or anything like that, but
How's bragging
Yeah, like-
camp going?
what's that?
How's bragging camp going?
It's feeling great.
I was
I
in
was also in the bragging club. Yeah, I was in that too. So
I was in
yeah.
robotics.
Oh,
Does that count?
they didn't
nope.
have that when I was a kid. They're like, robots, what are those?
They had pen and paper club.
Yeah.
Quill.
Stone.
And,
Yeah.
yes, so carving.
Stone and chisel.
A new invention called wheel.
Yes. Yes. I was around when it came out. Everybody was like, "Wheel."
Yeah.
You know, I was like, come on, guys, it's nothing. That is nothing.
how to create the sun.
Wait till you see Box. It's gonna blow Wheel out of the water. That's what I said.
What's our prediction for which tech makers' devices are going to catch on fire this year? Samsung had their year.
Apple's had some.
Apple's had theirs. Dell's had a year.
I'm gonna say LG. I'm just going out there. I'm just gonna say it. LG is gonna have some fires.
I'm gonna say Microsoft.
Oh.
A lot of Microsoft devices out
So
there.
like Office
Yeah, but
365
they're
is going to catch on fire?
Yeah, exactly. They're supposed to be releasing whatever new console, next gen console, along with Sony. So it could be either of them at the end of this year. So I imagine just like every time they initially release it, they're going to have some issues.
I hope one
though
product just fire.
I think Xbox or the new Xbox is supposed to be just a computer.
Oh.
So
Is it
yeah,
gonna
wait.
be-
There's that new thing that's was it CES? It's like a Switch, but it's a PC.
yeah, Alienware.
Alienware, okay, which is Dell basically.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's pretty
Uh,
cool, actually.
It is. I actually didn't look much at it because I wasn't sure if it was a legit computer or if it was a streaming device. Because what I can do is anywhere in my house doesn't help me when I'm away. I can play any video games from my PC on my cell phone, which is really cool. So that's why Mark saw me playing video games all the time, was because anytime I was hanging out with Lori or watching TV, I would just be playing on my cell phone.
Right.
The new Xbox is called Xbox Series X. Holiday.
but
It'll be released holiday 2020. So who knows when that is?
It's definitely, it's right before Christmas. It's going to be probably November, my guess. November or December, early December.
Yeah.
But the problem that I see is that they're starting to get to the point where the functionality of home consoles is meeting that of a desktop PC because they're just the exact same hardware. So
Yeah, in a lot of cases they are. We will see. Yeah, if they do get it out by then, they'll be hot. If they're any good, you would want to have them out beforehand so they get good reviews before the holiday rush. November's
the-
probably decent.
the big reason to buy a home console over this past generation was because of the exclusives. So like Mark played Horizon Zero Dawn. That was only a Sony PlayStation 4 exclusive.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. There's a lot of video games that come specific to console. And it's even annoying that I didn't play it, but Red Dead Redemption 2, and there's a couple other games that they go to console and then 12 to 18 months later, they'll push to PC just for the heck of it. And it's like,
It's more money.
it is, but it's like, why not just wait or, do a good job of releasing everything all at once, because it makes me feel like I'm second tier.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
I
I
really
know.
play
I know
it.
what else that I've been doing. I've been learning from YouTube how to draw.
I saw that.
I
Yeah.
didn't want to say it because I wasn't sure if learning was the right word.
I mean, trying to draw is the
There
word.
you go.
Trying to. So you want to draw like cartoonize our D&D sessions?
Yeah, I'm not very good at it. I posted.
No, it's okay.
No, it's
fine. I posted. Okay, so how many? Well, let's play a little game called "How many followers do you think the IDK D&D Instagram has?" Don't look, Cody.
I'm not
not.
looking.
I'm just on Facebook. I'm gonna say 486.
Ooh.
No.
Don't
I
give Dave a
thought-
chance to screw up.
I thought that last time you had mentioned one of the accounts, and I thought you were talking about that one, had like 300 and change, like 340.
I thought it was
something like
420.
No,
that. I could be wrong. No.
938.
Ow. That's not bad.
I've promoted a couple of posts, which
I
is
was
somewhat
gonna say,
expensive.
Mark,
But the
put
one,
that little asterisk there.
one of them that I did, which one did I promote? Oh, I promoted the one of the dice, and people went nuts. It got 1,200 likes.
Really?
Bonkers. You
Just
should
the
post it
one
on
dice
TikTok.
that says IDK. I don't have TikTok. And then I didn't
Bet.
promote. I posted like a meme from somebody, like D&D based, and I didn't promote it, and it still got 200 likes. So hey,
Oh.
There we go.
Cool.
No, your
What?
drawings, they're, I mean,
they're
it's,
getting
I don't know
progressively
what
better.
program you're using because,
Microsoft Paint. I have no idea.
Yeah,
like, what
I'm doing it on the iPad. It's an older iPad Pro. There's I haven't used it yet. The app called Procreate. There's one specifically for like comic strips. That's the one I've been using. But I don't remember what the name of it is.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
But everybody
Do you-
uses Procreate.
So it doesn't make sense because I still have your little drawing, like off-brand Wacom
I don't-
tablet thing.
Yeah. With the Apple
Oh, that's
Pencil, it's
cool.
pretty fairly
good
responsive. It's
point.
not the same as like it's a little bit of a learning curve or like a slight delay, but
Yeah.
very slight. You get used to
I
it.
found a cool website for drawing. I think it was sketch.io, I think. And I showed my kids and they were like, "Ooh, my one son has a one of those the Wacom
Yeah.
tablets." And he started playing with it and he loved it. And it does, I mean, it's got brush strength and you know all sorts of cool and it was completely free. You could save your drawings, you can whatever, and it was I thought it was really neat for a whole
I-
website to be dedicated to that like
Yeah,
that,
that's cool.
I use GIMP,
That's it.
but it's very complicated, and I don't know how to do 95% of it.
It's the open source Photoshop. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what
I'm
I use
really-
at the office
yeah. I can just
for any graphics.
like crop someone out of an image. That's about it.
Or the other side of their vector software, Inkspace or Inkpad, something like that. Anyway, I use that too to make scalable images. I'll just
Sketchio.
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 I don't understand. What is this IO thing? Like, why?
It's probably like Indonesia and they bought it for whatever. I don't know why, why it became, because it was the games, right? There was Agario, there was a couple of them where it was all these little games, and now there's like 100 things that are .io. It's weird.
IO is the internet code of British Indian Ocean.
That's what I was gonna say. No, Indian Ocean.
I guess.
Why would an ocean have its own domain?
I have no idea.
Why wouldn't it, Dave?
That's true. I should steal it. What's the ocean gonna come after me?
Got him.
I just really
Yeah.
want Mark to create something so incredible that it's like that banana being taped to a wall and it sells for $1 million or something
Yeah.
insane like that.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
What year was the first public radio performance? January
Three.
13th. The first public radio broadcast takes place. A live performance of the opera Cavalleria Rusticana is sent out over the airwaves from the Metropolitan Opera House in New York City. In what year?
I will say $17.99.
Okay. Dave?
I was gonna think later than that. The first thing that jumped into my head was like 1850 or something like that.
Cody
Is that
thinks
your final
20 years
answer,
after
Dave?
the American
well-
Revolution, the first
I'll go
radio
50.
broadcast of an opera was played.
I'm gonna go with 1850.
The correct answer is 1910.
Woo. I won.
Wow.
60 years off.
Or a
How's
couple
the
hundred years.
Yeah.
I don't know
150?
history.
I was way.
I'm gonna set up a
Breaking news.
That was pretty loud on my end.
I was on mine as well.
What year did the Boeing 747 fly for the first time? The Boeing 747, January 12th, the original jumbo jet, makes its maiden flight. The 747 was the first wide-body airliner, first to use the twin-aisle concept, and the first airliner to use high-bypass turbofan engines. What year did the Boeing 747 fly first?
You went first last time, so I'll go first this time.
Yes.
I remember the 747s when I was a kid. I don't know if it was new or not, but
1783.
1612. I think that's when I graduated high school. I'm gonna go 1965. Going a little earlier than I think, but
Don't want to
I'm
go
gonna
over?
go 1972.
The correct answer is
Right on.
1970. Dave
Oh.
wins.
Mark? Are you coordinating with Dave so that I lose all of these?
Yeah.
Sending Mark his
Very
Venmo
nice
right
of
now.
you.
Yahoo
That was it?
Answers. User Dustin asks.
Wait, hold on.
No screaming in that one.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my God, Emil!
Did you want that one instead?
No.
No, 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 no.
I don't know if I still have the. Oh yeah, I do.
No.
No, 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 no.
Yahoo Answers. User Dustin asks.
Hello, Dustin.
What is Bluetooth? Can you use Bluetooth without cell phone service?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bluetooth has absolutely nothing to do with cell phone
You
service.
can use Bluetooth without a cell phone.
That's
I
true.
think Bluetooth was highly popularized by cell phones.
The convenience of it, definitely.
Are you using Bluetooth currently, Cody?
I am not. I don't know what the heck this uses, but it's better than my last headset.
Like RF maybe, or
Oh yeah,
It's
are
gotta
those the
be-
ones that Lori can't watch TV or else they don't
Oh,
work?
yeah, that was my old headset. It was pretty rough.
all of a sudden the Golden Girls start coming through.
Yeah, this little
going
antennae over here. If I was too close to it, it would completely shut my headset off. So, yeah, these ones work. I assume it's just on a different frequency than what my old ones were.
Not a TV broadcasting frequency, which is nice. So
But
yeah,
yes, you can use Bluetooth without cellular service. It's just a form of connecting
Yeah.
devices wirelessly.
I always say it's like an invisible 30, 40 foot aux cable.
Yeah.
That's all it really
Sure.
is.
It's got to be a
Basically, yeah.
slow transfer. Bluetooth
Speeds?
transfer rates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. 4.0 is only 25 megabits per second. I
Right.
think.
It's not bad though for
but if you're just using it to send like an audio signal, it's fine.
Yeah, but to put it, I was just wondering if it was a viable option other than Wi-Fi. But Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz goes up to 450 megabits.
Yeah.
5 gigahertz goes up to 1300.
Yeah.
Like,
there
come
is
on.
there is I don't know if it's just an app or something, but there is a thing out there for Bluetooth file transfers, I guess, between
Yes.
if you have a terrible phone connection, you don't have Wi-Fi, you could do the Bluetooth file transfer. I didn't think it used it once for
Yeah,
whatever the hell reason.
I've done it a few times with older phones that didn't have like NFC or
Like every phone Cody's ever bought. Oh, got him.
Oh, got him.
Yeah. User Hello asks,
Hello.
can I
Darkness.
connect a Ethernet splitter to my modem and then connect the router to the spitter and have my PCN X1 connected to the modem?
No, not like that.
you would need to connect both of those things to your router.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They might just
Gotta
be
get router.
confusing the terms for what things are.
It sounds like it.
There used to be Ethernet splitters, but you don't really split Ethernet. The only really way to do that is like with a switch or a router.
Yeah.
I would go into the router and then out of the router into the switch and then to the switch to everything else in your life.
Yeah, unless your router, most routers these days come with 4 or 5
ports,
gigabit
maybe.
ports. Yeah,
Yep.
and I would say go that route.
I still
Yeah.
have a lot of things hardwired because I don't like to use the Wi-Fi for
Agreed.
things that I need like a solid connection for. So I have like a really long, I guess long for a residential use, but not long compared to a commercial use. Splitter, not splitter, but switch, an unmanaged switch
Mhm.
that does the job for me there.
Yep.
Nice.
Same here. My
They're pretty
TV,
cheap.
my TiVo, and a couple other things are right there together, clustered all right into the router, and then everything, whatever else is Wi-Fi. This is on Wi-Fi. For the podcast here, so
Nice.
and it usually works pretty well.
Yeah, if everything's not on it, then whatever you do put on it generally runs pretty good in my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Unless 15 things in the house are on it. Yahoo Answers user. Oh, so the answer is no, you can't do that. Yahoo Answers user. I don't know this person. Let's see. I didn't pull their name. Mercedes asks,
Ooh,
How do I
hello,
change?
Miss Benz.
my computer's IP address.
You can. You just
Yeah.
so if you're Windows 10, I don't know why you'd want to do this. I have done it in the past, and it's always bit me in the butt because I'll forget about it, and then it'll conflict with another IP address on the network. In the bottom right, you right-click your Wi-Fi or your little internet connection there, open network and internet settings, change connection properties. I lied, go back. Change adapter options, right-click the Wi-Fi or Ethernet, go to properties, go to IPv4, open that up, use the following IP address. Wow.
Yeah, that'll do it statically. If you release it, you might get a new one, you might not.
Yeah, it
Depending
depends
on
on
the
what's sending
router.
them out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could set it manually, but that could cause other headaches unless you live alone and you know all your devices. DHCP is just a better way to go, where it just automatically gives you an address. I don't know why you'd want to change it, but
It shouldn't at your home. It shouldn't that much matter. And,
Not really.
But if Cody's what's happening with Cody's video?
I was gone. Did you not know that I was gone?
No, it still
it
showed an
blinked
image
out
of
for
you.
like a second here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. I was frozen probably for about 15 seconds.
Oh.
So
Oh, now we can see the mess in the background.
that's what I've had the mess on, haven't I?
No, it was blurred a second ago.
Yeah, for a second, Markle.
The other thing that you can't do is you can't change your public IP address. So if that's what they're talking about,
No.
you just got to get a new ISP, and they'll give you a new one. But that's the only way to change that. But
I think
nobody.
if you turn off your router for a while, I don't know how long it would take for your IP address to get gobbled up. But then if you plug it back in, I think
if you leave it off for like a
I've
week,
had
maybe.
my router get a new address from the outside.
Weird.
I would RDP into my house, and every once in a while, I would go, why isn't it working? I get home and I'd have a different IP address. I wasn't using like Dyn DNS or something like that, so it should have been, but
I like that. That's funny.
yeah.
So I guess maybe you can, but good luck.
Yeah.
Yahoo Answers user John Harold asks, how many case fan can a motherboard handle?
Infinite.
Depends on the motherboard, I guess.
My
Well,
motherboard has only one 3-pin sys fan header, and how many case fan do you think a motherboard can handle? This has additional details.
So it depends. So on that particular header, probably 2 to 4. I really don't know, but your power supply is going to have a lot of 4-pin Molex connectors that you can hook up an infinite amount of splitters, depending on. I mean, there's no way you could kill your power supply. It would take so many fans to kill a power supply or to go over the wattage that it's providing.
Yeah, you can comfortably get like 5 or 6 if you really wanted that many fans on there.
Okay. There are YouTube videos of people with like dozens and dozens of fans just trying to figure out what the best and most efficient way of cooling their system is. So
Totally.
So put 5 to 6 fans on
Go
there
ahead.
and see how you feel.
See what happens.
go one by one.
Yahoo Answers user Keith asks, Cody, this question. Is it illegal to save other people's Facebook pictures onto your smartphone?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, it's illegal to sell those.
It's
If you
illegal.
But yeah. There we go, Dave.
There's
Dave knows what's up.
I'm thinking out loud.
Also, it wouldn't be illegal if there's a button you can press. I don't use the web version, but you can press the 3 buttons and then push a button that says save. If it was illegal, that wouldn't exist. Keith,
True.
you dummy.
Keith.
Yeah,
No,
Keith.
you're not a dummy, Keith. It's okay.
You
Keith.
dumb jerk.
Oh, wow.
Keith.
Dumbass. Yahoo Answers user Antonio asks,
Antoine.
uptade from pirated Windows 7 to 10 without Windows 10 disk but with legit key code?
Well, I mean, if you excuse me, there are ways to update online. You can get the Windows 10 Upgrade Assistant or whatever it's called, and then just if you have a code, you can put the.
Sounds
can
like
pop
you've
the
got a
code,
legitimate, serial number or code or
Legit
key or whatever
Windows
they
10
call it.
but pirated Windows 7.
So
Probably
I would
just-
say just go and download an ISO
Yeah.
and use the Windows 10 USB tool and so do it to USB and you can upgrade it that way.
I don't know what's going to happen if you try to upgrade from a pirated license key.
Probably won't work.
Did he say? He said legitimate key though, right?
Yeah, the 10
Well-
the 10's legitimate, but 7 is pirated, so I don't know. If it's
I
got
don't
to
think
check
anything
into the
bad
Windows
happens.
server.
I think
I just
Right.
don't know if it'll let it install or what'll happen.
I think it would. I think it
yeah,
would.
I
let
would
it
just say
install.
it's unlicensed, and then it would be like input your serial key.
Yeah, like if you've ever gotten you may be a victim of software pirating. It gives you an opportunity to put in a real key, and then when you put that in, it should clear it up. So it may just, that could be the assumption on his part.
Yeah, try it. You could try it. And maybe the SWAT team will be at your house. Yahoo Answers user
right.
Gunter asks, how wide is a 32-inch TV?
That is actually a great question.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people confuse what
Mhm.
that length is. It's the diagonal
Yeah.
length. So 32-inch. I'd have to do some math.
Probably 27, 28 inches, something like that.
Let me use Pythagorean's theorem or whatever the heck it is. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So
Yeah.
I should know this
Something
because I have to take algebra tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Thursday.
Ooh, buddy.
So figure that out and come back next week and tell us the answer.
Yep. Yahoo Answers user Cody asks, how
Stop.
come no company has made solar recharging phones yet?
Because the panel would be so small and it's not worth it.
It wouldn't work. It would take about a day to charge your phone.
Yeah, you can even go and buy solar panels that are maybe 10 to 20 times the size of your phone that are specifically made to
Mhm.
charge your cell phone, and it'll still charge it at a small fraction of the rate of what your home charger would. So it just doesn't happen to be worth
Yeah.
it.
I bought a solar panel. It's like 3 panels. Each one's like probably this big,
Mm-hmm.
and it folds up, and it's
Yeah.
really nice. And it has 2 amp. I don't know. I think it's 2 amp USB ports on it. And I actually got it over the summer, the last year, the year before. And I would put it out in the summer just to try it, and I'd put the panels out, and I'd put my phone. But since it's out in the sun, I plug my phone in, and I put it behind the panels so it's in the
Yeah.
shade. Because otherwise it starts getting real hot real
Yeah.
fast sitting in the sun. So I put it there, and I plugged my phone into one port and a battery bank, one of my little battery charge banks as well. And after I think about 3 hours, I went back to check, and the phone was fully charged from probably around 20%, and the battery bank was about 3/4 charged.
Nice.
Dang.
So it was pretty good. It worked really well. But I don't think it would work on the back of a phone. Like if this was
Yeah.
a solid panel, it wouldn't do crap.
Yeah, and I feel like that's one of the most common things in electric car forums and discussions is like,
Yeah.
why don't you just make the whole roof and the whole car a solar panel? You'll have infinite energy. No, it's going to take forever.
Yeah, because
Cars,
people
especially
always
electric
park
cars.
outside, not in a
Yeah.
garage or a parking garage.
Yeah, it'll trickle. You may get like a mile or two worth of like on a Tesla, maybe
Yeah.
while you're sitting
Exactly.
at work. Yeah, maybe. I guess it's better than nothing if they test it. But solar panel technology needs to get a little more powerful, I guess.
Why don't you just
Yes.
get a windmill, a wind-powered phone?
Ooh, a wind-powered windmill.
And you just
or
do
no.
this. And you do this to charge it.
Oh yeah, it's
That works totally. Yeah.
what was that exercise thing?
What?
Oh, the shake weight.
Shake weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, if they would have just harnessed the energy from shake weights, we would have solved the global climate crisis.
Yeah.
But that's
Fake news.
Fake news.
The fakest.
Yahoo Answers user Jim Kazama asks,
Hey,
What
Jim.
is-
Mr. Kazama.
what is the best PC keyboard and why?
Oh, jeez.
Any that you enjoy. No,
Yep.
it's
Whichever
There's-
one you like.
there's keyboard purists. I'm personally not one. I like mechanical keyboards. I feel like I can type a lot better on them. I'm sure there are people that hate mechanical keyboards though, so to each
I
their
don't
own.
really, I don't really have a preference. A clean keyboard is
Yeah.
my only
Yeah.
requirement.
Go to Best Buy. Even though you're going to be hounded by a bunch of salespeople, they have Best
Ugh.
Buys everywhere, and you can test out a bunch of keyboards and see how it feels. They even make just laser keyboards these days where you're not even typing any keys. It's just a laser pattern.
I've always
That's-
wanted to try one of those.
I have two, but I don't want to buy one.
No. I would love to go to a store where they have them. I've never heard. Well, maybe they have them. There's a couple electronic stores near me. I should look next time I go. But that, yeah, I would love to try one, but I don't want to buy one because I know I'm not going to use it long term.
No.
I could see, like, maybe 5 to 10 years from now, Apple for their iPads integrating a keyboard like that to where it's just got a stand in the back.
They had like a prototype smartphone a year or so or two ago where you put it on a stand and like it projected the keyboard out in front of it, and you can, like, if you wanted to type when you're in your email or your whatever. I don't think it ever came out. It was like a little teeny weeny projector in the front, the laser thing that shot it out. It was kind of weird, but I guess it either didn't work right or it didn't take off.
Yeah, I just watched a video where someone was reviewing a laser trackpad, which doesn't sound like a great idea because trackpads can be pretty messy as it is unless it's on an iMac, or sorry, not iMac, a MacBook Pro. But yeah, it just makes a little like rectangle and you swipe your finger in there and it works just like any other trackpad. I think
except it
it's
actually
more of
works
just
and doesn't break.
factor.
Does it keep working and not break after 1 month of use like every trackpad I've ever had on a laptop?
Come on, every
can't
trackpad,
use the trackpad
except
on-
Apple. Apple has that down. Their trackpads are gorgeous.
Even on AJ's old MacBook, the trackpad, when I reformatted the machine and then it came back and it was fine, but even that went out at some point. But that was a software issue, clearly.
You know what, I do think that you are somewhat statically charged because every single time I go into your office, I electrocute myself. I had to go into your office yesterday to deposit some checks, and I touched his little fingerprint scanner and it electrocuted me.
You're supposed to touch something metal before to release the static electricity before you touch electronics.
Yeah, the worst thing is, like, I'll be grocery shopping with Lori at a Meijer, and for some reason we just become so statically charged that every time we touch each other, every 15 seconds or so, there's a small zap of electricity between us. Reminds us that we're still alive. Hating.
You need a grounding strap for your wrist everywhere you go.
Yeah, seriously. I've never fried a piece of equipment or electronics or anything like that.
Answers user anonymous. We'll call.
Oh, you're so good, Mark.
Frederic asks, is it unacceptable to wear over-ear headphones at work?
So
Depends on your work.
Yeah, it depends. I personally believe in keeping one ear off at all times. So like, even I have a pair of headphones for our phone system that does both ears, and I just keep one off when I'm using it. I think putting both in is making a statement that you don't want to be talked to, which is fine. But in certain office environments or certain work environments, that's a no-go. Because when you're saying you don't want to talk to anyone, you're saying you don't want to talk to your superiors either. So
yeah, I don't. Frederic also says, I work as a cleaner and I generally just go about on my own, and if someone tried to talk to me, I'd pull them off immediately to listen, but IDK if the general appearance of someone wearing larger headphones would come across standoffish or something to the general public or to the people working in the offices. What does everyone think?
I think for a cleaner, someone just like, emptying garbage and, sweeping up or whatever, I think it's fine.
Somebody will probably complain because someone always complains about everything, but it should be fine, I would think.
I would say, while it's not going to have the greatest sound quality, go and get a $20 pair of Amazon Bluetooth earbuds or something like that and just use one of them. It can be a little bit gaudy wearing an entire headset. Like I think it's coming. I don't know if it's coming back or if it's just plateaued, but I do see a lot of people in like my neighborhood where they just have full-blown headphones like this, like they're giant, and they're just walking around doing their own thing.
Beats by Dre.
Yeah. But it's more like Beats, like the vegetable Beats.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Good.
Our last Yahoo Answers question is also written by an anonymous who will call.
Stefan.
I was trying to think of Cody's brother's name, but I can't think of it.
Tanner.
Tanner asks.
Tanner.
Why torrents are no longer popular?
In my opinion, because of streaming services and because of cheap video games and subscription services for video games. I have no urge to illegally download anything at this point. I'm shocked saying that because 10 years ago I would have thought I was the biggest pirate in the world, but Now it's just too much of a hassle. You're risking too much, not necessarily legal repercussion, but risking the possibility of downloading something that is malicious to your PC. And I don't want to BitLock something on my computer and have to pay $100 to have everything unlocked. So
Yeah.
streaming's the way to go. There was,
I think the other thing is licensing has changed too a bit, from where you could just have the software and then you could buy a key on eBay. Some things you still can, but a lot of software phones into some server somewhere, so you can't, like, you can have the software, but at some point it's unusable if you exceed the trial or whatever, or if you just never go back, if you never go on the internet with that machine, you could probably still use that software. But
and that's a very good point as well, is that everything is starting to do online check-ins because it's a much more effective way of weeding out pirates and people that are trying to game the system. Because just looking even at video game systems, that back when there was PlayStation 2, Xbox, and even Xbox 360, the Nintendo DS, none of those checked in all the time, and you could pirate any game you wanted, play it on the device, and have no issues at all. Now the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, those are always online devices. The same with Windows 10 is always online. Every video game that's coming out in some way, shape, or form is starting to do always online, and it causes a lot of complaints because there are people that live in remote areas that simply don't have internet access.
They don't deserve video games.
That's seriously what I feel like developers are saying. I recall one of the games that I've really enjoyed growing up with was Diablo, and Diablo 4, I believe they announced, is going to be an always online game. So that, like, even if you're not playing multiplayer in a lot of these games anymore, it's still constantly checking in every 10, 20, 30 seconds saying, hey, is this a valid player? Yes, no. And that way they can have live statistics of the game. They can, sell any kind of activity from your usage to advertisers and things like that. So
fun times.
Yes.
Fun.
Good question, Tanner.
Which brings us to the time of the show where we ask Tanner, what do you fuck with this week?
And
Tanner says, a baby.
Yeah, that is his entire life. He's also security at Target, and he deals a lot with kids trying to spend a night and then putting them in jail. He puts 12-year-olds in jail. It's pretty awesome.
Target jail or real jail?
Real jail, because they just call the cops anytime they catch someone, and then the cops take them away, and they're like, what do you want to charge this person with? And they're like, everything. Put them away for life. They stole a Barbie.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't mess with too much. I mess with, not much. I held a baby
back
for
at
the
work.
first time last week.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty exciting.
That's pretty cool.
Any baby?
I don't do well with babies.
What?
They're too fragile. My niece is starting to get a personality. So, I mean, Mark, you experienced this when you had your nephew. You do have a nephew. But, like, their growing cycles, when they're first born, they're just like this blob of human. But then they start becoming, like, their own person. And that's the part that I enjoy. Is that
and up until that point, you can murder them without repercussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went there, didn't you?
There's a birth to 4-month grace period where you can murder your baby and everything is fine. Because Cody said they're just a blob of a human.
That's not what I meant. But
you heard it here first from Cody T.
Extreme.
Cody T is a cool guy on Instagram, which is an account that no one can get to, I think.
Really?
Blocked everybody?
I don't have it.
Oh, I just have chubby people eating cheese.
Yeah, I have that too.
I do have 2 new cheeses. Maybe if I work up the courage, I'll do a lonely podcast on and I'll send the audio to Mark and I'll be like, edit this.
You could just do a 10-minute episode. That's what I did. I didn't do.
You've done a dozen 10-minute episodes.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yourself.
I haven't done them for this week. I should have already, but I don't feel like it. I don't have time.
Oh,
I was doing bonus episodes on Patreon. You would know about that, Cody, if you were a patron.
Got 'em. I discovered a new video game that's been consuming my entire life, and it's really, really sad. It's called Slay the Spire. It sounds super lame, but it's pretty cool, and you can play it on your cell phone. Spire. like
Oh.
a big tower.
Like Britney Spires.
Lori and I are also watching Adventure Time. We just finished Steven Universe. So we're trying to go back to the stuff that was cool maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah, I like Adventure Time. I don't have regular cable, so I could never watch. Like it used to be on Hulu when they were still making episodes for Adventure Time,
Yeah.
but it would be like watch the 2 most recent episodes from this season. You couldn't watch all of them, and now that they're done making them, all of them are on Hulu, so I can go back and watch everything.
Holy moly, though. Steven Universe, much more innocent. I prefer that one. Adventure Time, everyone seems to
Trippy.
love Adventure Time more, but it is like so adult facing. Like
It's
there's
trippy as hell.
this elephant who's a senior citizen who's really horny all the time and has like a whole episode is dedicated to her having sex with, at least it's basically having sex with this pig. For 15 minutes straight, it's them doing it in areas where they're not supposed to. And that's the flipping show. And I'm like, what the heck?
Abracadaniel is phallic shaped.
I don't think I've gotten to Abracadaniel.
I remember the
know-
first. I remember the first episode I saw was the one where they were, I think, Finn and whatever, where they were trying to sleep, and there was a cow like across the. They could see it through out their window. It was like across the field, and it was just staring at them like this all night. And they were like, "That thing's freaking me out." And turns out it was somebody was inside like a cow suit, and it was like. It was the first episode I ever saw. My kids watching, I'm like, what is going on? Why is the cow staring at them?
Yeah, it's super weird.
Absolutely outrageous. And then there's some weird like relationship stuff because Princess Bubblegum's 18 years old and she's like has the hots for a 13-year-old. And
my son told me there was an episode where all the characters switched gender.
Yes, there was Lori called it a fandom episode.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so they switched genders. I don't know. There's a lot of
crazy show.
Everyone seems to be phallic shaped in some way, shape, or form as well. So, like Mark said, there's a specific character who I haven't seen yet. I'm gonna have to ask Glory about it now. But
Abracadaniel, remember that?
I'm gonna look it up right now while you guys talk about your stuff.
Oh, what do I fuck with this week? I'm supposed to not come into the office tomorrow, so we'll see if that happens. Cody decided that for the day that I'm taking off that he would order Chipotle for the office, so that's cool.
Chipotle.
It's because it's a Wednesday. Do you think everyone would catch on if I did it on a Thursday?
No, it's a full 2 weeks after our meeting was supposed to be.
Not a full 2 weeks, a full 1 week, okay?
2 weeks, 14 days.
Second Wednesday.
What?
The first Wednesday we were closed. Okay. You're right. It is because January 1st was a Wednesday. We were not in the office. I was out last week. You're right. It is a full 2 weeks. Holy cannolis.
Halfway through January.
You're going to feel so fortunate when you're not there, Mark, because I have 4 games situated for the team.
Oh, geez. Cody likes to play
hate it.
Team building things, and I leave.
I changed it. It's not team building. It's called Minute to Win It games. Everyone's on their own. Good luck, mother effers.
Is that how the game starts with you saying that?
Yeah.
That'd be
I actually swear.
Oh, at our holiday party, by the way, I definitely beat everyone that I played at foosball. So I won that.
Yeah, you
that
did,
prize.
which was insane. Even we had a professional foosball player.
I didn't beat him, but somebody else beat him, and then I got to play that person. And that person gave up with 2 seconds to go, so I just scored from the goalie into their goal. Everybody was like, "Oh, we can do sudden death," and he stopped playing, so I just scored and won. Abracadaniel.
Oh, jeez.
Especially because it's all washed out right now.
Yeah.
Just gonna hide his arms. Okay, sorry.
Now you know, Abracadaniel.
Mature rating now. The show has mature rating now, right?
TVY.
I love this Reddit thing. Am I the only one who thinks Abracadaniel looks like a penis?
No.
Yep, you're the only one.
Yeah.
You creep.
What's on your mind?
There's apparently an embryo princess whose original name was Aborted Fetus Princess.
Oh, interesting. Dave, did you say what you fuck with this week?
No, I didn't. Well, I mean, I'm going to be fucking with my Raspberry Pis.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be awesome. I cannot wait.
I love pie.
The Raspberry Pi Zero came with 2 cases. and I just got to figure out what like things I need to get as my additional I don't know, the additional things to connect to it, like sensors and lights and different things that I can do with it. So that I'm going to be researching that for the rest of the week, and hopefully by the weekend I'll start building something.
Nice.
Very cool. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
That and CBD oil.
Yeah, I did buy some.
Did you? Oh,
Yeah.
You're gonna holy.
What is
That's
that?
another. I just watched an episode with this character.
Holy moly. Yeah, no, I don't think I've seen either one of those characters on that show. Wow.
Cody, what do you fuck with? Did you say?
I think you did.
Holding a baby?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the one who talked a lot. I'm excited to take this tape off and move this.
Yeah,
Okay.
that needs it. It looks weak.
You've been listening to Help Desk Nightmares on the Halfway Network. Help Desk Nightmares is created by Mark E., Cody T. with Dave G. It is edited by Mark. It is produced by Mark, as well as the following patrons: Mr. Hanoknot, AJ Y, and Diana Y.
And not
If
Cody.
you like the show, for others like it, check out halfwaynetwork.com. Leave us a review on iTunes and anywhere you listen so other people can find the show. Follow us on Instagram at Help Desk Nightmares.